Oh, who's into sneakers? Who cares about what's on their feet? The biggest sneaker store in the world, as they call themselves, hosting an event that you may want to check out. Not only can you shop for some new kicks, you can also sell the ones you're currently wearing. Let's find out more about this with Yohan Rebboh, founder of Sneakpeak Universe. Yohan, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Elias. I just want to take a moment to thank you. 4 years ago, nobody gave me an opportunity, and you brought me on the show that you were on at the time. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for that.
Yohan, so I want to tell you something here, because I was going to start off with that as well, right? So I wanted to start off because 4 years ago at my old job, I interviewed you at the time, and I was interested, right? I like sneakers. I'm a big fan. Yep. And, listen, you're young now. Just imagine how young you were back then, right?
I was a 18-year-old boy.
So, you're 18 years old. You've got a passion for sneakers. You're putting it into these events, Sneakpeak Universe. And I said, well, that's great. But just to see you 4 years later, you're back with the first event since before the pandemic. I mean, you've really made this is your life. Sneakers is your life. Why is that? Tell us why you love sneakers so much.
It's a passion that started many, many years ago. When I was in high school, I would resell sneakers to make ends meet. That's just how I made my money. I'm very entrepreneurial, and that's just how it is. I mean, it's a passion. It's how I express myself through my sneakers, and it really is my life.
So let's explain this to our listeners who are still, I find it sometimes hard to grasp the dollar signs surrounding sneakers. This really is big business. There are must-have items. There's a collector's market for sneakers as well. Tell us about, the state of sneakers right now, 2021, and that whole scene. Just how serious is this business?
Yeah, I mean, it's grown substantially, exponentially in the past couple of years. I just think it's come from the desire to kind of, the word is flex, but it comes down to expression at the end of the day. People love to look good. And it's a little harder to buy limited edition shoes now, but because of websites and Sneakpeak and stores, it's easier. But, it's hard to justify the high price tag at some points, but, when you're a sneakerhead, you make it work.
And let's talk about those high price tags, right? Give our listeners some of the recent dollar signs amounts that are going to certain sneakers.
Oof, well, it really depends. It could be 600, it could be 300, it could be 1,500. It depends. Most people, if you have no idea about the sneaker culture, you'll spend $40 on a pair of shoes, right? And then you'll call it a day. But sneakers, as we're talking about it, I would say at least $250 per pair.
Yeah, $250 a pair. But can I ask you, if people are lining up, I laugh sometimes when I see the lineups outside the sneaker store on a day where a new model is being released. Yeah. Why don't the big sneaker companies, if there's such a demand, why don't they just make more of them? This is what I don't get.
Well, it's a very simple concept. If they made more, if they increased the supply, then the demand would fall.
Well, the demand would be there, but they just wouldn't be worth as much. So they got to keep the hype up, basically.
Exactly. They're really they're playing with us with the supply and demand.
Okay, so what are we going to find? I think it's this weekend, right? Sneakpeak Universe is coming back. What will we find come this weekend?
Yeah, this Saturday. It's our biggest event yet. So we have 40 vendors. They're carrying sneakers, apparel, everything from vintage to designer. For sneakers, you have Jordan, Nike, Adidas, Off-White. We're hosting a free sneaker cleaning section as well. So if you come with some dirty shoes, we clean them for free. There's a full basketball court for ballers. Let's say you're a good shooter. We're doing a 3-point contest. The winner of that gets a free pair of shoes. And it's an experience that you really can't get anywhere else. That's why we created Sneakpeak, It's a pop culture convention. It's not just shoes. So we wanted to make something that you really can't get anywhere else.
We're talking about sneaker culture with Yohan Rebboh. He's the founder of Sneakpeak Universe, and it's happening on Saturday. It's at Royalmount. Where is it happening?
8,500 to carry, exactly.
Okay, 8,500 to carry. So, Yohan, let's get into the culture thing. You mentioned Nike and Adidas, and there's also Yeezys, right? That's also important. That's a big one, right?
Yeah, Yeezy is by Adidas.
That's by Adidas. Okay, so what is the hot stuff that maybe someone has sneakers in their closet right now that they could sell over the weekend?
Yeah, the most popular brands right now, or models, I should say, is Jordan 1s. There's Nike Dunks, Yeezys, of course, and then Off-White.
And what's the most expensive pair of sneakers you own?
The most expensive sneaker. I am blessed to own a pair of Nike Air Yeezy 2 in a platinum colorway. Back when Kanye West was with Nike, he released 6 models, only 6 models, and right now the market value is around 8,000.
What? The shoes are worth $8,000. How much did you buy it for?
I actually bought them for 1,700.
Okay.
So it's an investment, you know.
Yeah.
It's madness, but at the end of the day, I made money off them if I sell them.
And are you expecting this weekend people to show up with that kind of mindset, looking to buy shoes that are quite expensive, but in sort of the investment mindset that in a few years they'll be worth more?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of people that are business minded and not just buying to wear them, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you own a sneaker store, you need to, stock up the store. Or let's just say you're a small time reseller. You come to the show, you buy, and you resell. You can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing.
Yohan, I love my sneakers, and I know you're offering the free cleaning of sneakers if you go to Sneakpeak Universe. But can you tell our listeners what your tips are on keeping sneakers clean? Because that's the thing I find the most annoying. I buy a new pair of sneakers. I'm very proud of them. 2 weeks later, they look terrible. What are your tips for our listeners on taking care of sneakers?
It's really simple. I would just buy a kit. We actually have a sponsor, Crep Protect. They'll be there giving out kits. It comes with a brush, a soap, and a wipe. And it's simple. You just wet the brush, clean your shoes. I think it's just maintenance. It's kind of how you clean your car every now and then.
Okay, just very true. I did go to a car wash this weekend. So
there you go. When you get home, your shoes are dirty, just give them a little wipe and they'll last few years.
I was hoping there was going to be some magical solution as opposed to actually doing work.
Unfortunately not. It's just the right products. People don't use dish soap on your shoes,
Yohan, I know there are a lot of things that people collect. People are now even collecting digital things that don't even exist in their hands, right? And they're assigning a massive value to them. Let's talk about the value of these sneakers and why do you think sneakers of all things have turned into something that is so collectible? What's your gut tell you on why people are so connected to their sneakers?
Well, back in the day, the influence came from athletes, right? Michael Jordan had the first endorsement. He created Air Jordan, which blew up. But now it's shifted to artists, to musicians. So now Kanye West, Pharrell, Travis Scott, they're coming out with shoes. And that's where the influence comes from. So I think it's just the person connected to the sneaker. People want to be like the people that they look up to. And that's where it comes from. It's the culture. It's supply and demand. It's so many factors, but mainly, I think it's just the endorsement.
What's your daily sneaker right now? What are you wearing?
I wear some Jordan 1 lows, some Nike Dunks, some Yeezys. I keep it comfortable.
All right. Well, Yohan, I hope you have a comfortable and fun time this weekend at Sneakpeak Universe. Remind our listeners again how they take part in Sneakpeak on Saturday.
Absolutely. So you can go online at sneakpeakuniverse.com to get your tickets. We're also selling tickets at the door. It's $8,500 to carry, 1 street away from the Orange Julep. And guys, trust me, you do not want to miss this. It's the largest pop culture convention in the country, and I cannot wait to host all of you guys. And Elijah, thank you so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure, man. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Yohan Rebboh is the founder of Sneakpeak Universe.